Okay, I just thought I'd show you how I cook my charcoal for the forge. I only use charcoal in the forge now. I was using wood, but it's not very good. So I started using charcoal, and I started just wandering around picking up charcoal out in the bush. There's plenty of burnt trees around, and I just pick up the charcoal wherever I could find it. But I was having such mixed results, so I started cooking my own. So now, every time I'm going to run the forge, the first thing I do is put on a batch of charcoal for the next time that I want to use the forge. I've got charcoal already from the batch I cooked previously for today's effort. But yeah, I thought I'd show you how I do it. So this is just a 200 litre steel drum with a bunch of holes punched in around the bottom to let the air in. Now what I've got inside is a 60 litre drum. Now this batch has already been cooked. I'm about to empty it from the last cook. So we'll have a look and see how the last cook came out. And it's upside down. It was upside down in the drum. And you can see all of the wood has been turned to charcoal, and I finish up with, there's still a bit in there I've got to scoop out, but out of a full drum of wood I finish up with about half a drum of charcoal, and yeah, it's all cooked really well. I'm using spotted gum, which in Australia is it's a hard wood, but it's not a very good wood for fire normally. It doesn't have very good coals, and if you use it in a stove or something with a flue, it creates a lot of creosote and blocks up the chimney very quickly. There's certainly better timbers around for a normal fire. Having said that, it seems to make quite reasonable charcoal. It works well in the forge. There's no spitting and sparks going everywhere. It's quite a clean charcoal to use. So. And I've got plenty of it laying around. I don't use it for anything else. Any dead spotted gum on the ground doesn't get used for anything else, so it's getting used for charcoal. So I'll empty this out and get ready to fill it again, and I'll show you how it's all put back together. Okay, you cut your timber just short of the height of the drum, so that nothing sits proud of the drum, but it's like as full as you can get it. And the idea is to jam as much timber in there as you can. Whatever way you can get it in there. Start to go down to smaller and smaller pieces now until I can't get anything else in there. That's probably going to be as full as I'm going to get it, I think. I don't know if I can get a little piece in there. Made it. Okay, I think I'll call that full. Alrighty. So now this open top drum goes open end down into the 44. So the idea is that this lip sits on the drum and acts as a bit of a seal, but of course it's not airtight. It'll let the gas out as this wood gasifies. That lets the gas out at the bottom of the drum. So push that in there. what we finish up with is the 60 litre drum sitting upside down in the middle of the 44 like that. 44 being the 200 litre drum, 44 imperial gallons, or 55 US gallons I think it is. So that's that part done. Now we pack as much firewood around that, around the outside of that 60 litre drum as we can. And then, yeah, I'll show you what happens next. Okay, I'm 3/4 of the way through packing that. I'll just give you a look inside there. You can see that I've jammed the firewood down between the two drums as much as I can get in there. Not big stuff, this is all just the offcuts that are all knotted and gnarly and won't sort of fit properly into the 60 litre drum. So it's just the waste off the tree. So what I'll do now is pile a bit more smaller stuff on the top of that 60 litre drum and we're ready for lighting. Okay, well that's basically it. Time to light it up. Yeah, you light it from the top and let it burn down. I know common sense would say you'd light it at the bottom and let it burn up, but in this case we light it at the top and let it burn down. When all the coals drop down around the sides there, the gas coming out of that 60 litre drum are quite flammable, and they act as a fuel to really get this thing going hot. After it gets going, I'll take a shot for you you can see and hear the roar of the thing as the gas comes out. Anyway, time to light this. Okay, that's fire's just hit the bottom now, and you can hear that roar. Sounds a bit like a jet engine. That's the gas coming out of that 60 litre drum underneath, venting at the bottom and providing fuel for the fire around between the two drums. So the process of gasification of the inner drum, the wood inside the inner drum, has begun. This is about half, maybe 3/4 of an hour since I lit it. It'll take probably another hour for the gasification process to finish. You can really see that flame at the top there. That's not just being fueled by the wood on the outside, that's being fueled by the gas coming out of the inner drum. So that's my process for making charcoal. There's no trick to it at all, really. There's no complicated stoves to build, or chimneys or lids or anything. It's just a matter of getting that inner drum hot enough so that the wood starts gasifying, and with the opening, or the open end of the drum at the bottom, so that the gas comes out at the bottom, then it provides fuel for its own gasification. So that's it. I do that once a day, or whenever I'm lighting the forge, and that gives me the fuel for the next day then, or for the next time I light the forge. That 60 litre drum easily provides one day's worth of charcoal. Okay.